Okay, Skinwalker's here. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I've got to say, I'm about to show you one of the most impressive free-to-play accounts I've ever laid my eyes on. So Hashimbr here joined the free-to-play challenge back in, when was it? Like mid-January or February or whatever, with the rest of us. And at the same time as when I launched my free-to-play account. And he basically messaged me today and was like, just completed Faction Wars. And I was like, wow, let me come in and take a look at what's going on. I'm going to share with you the teams he used to beat Faction Wars. I'm going to share with you some of the stuff going on this account. And as I say, like one of the most impressive free-to-play experiences I've ever had. And I guess what we could try and do here is learn about how he's conquered the game. He's beaten Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, all Doom Tower rotations on hard, done. Faction Wars, done. Clan Boss, done. Like everything in the game, basically, apart from maybe Plat Arena, he has absolutely smashed it. So we're going to go through. We're going to do a bit of a luck check. You know, how has he done on Legendary Champions, that type of stuff. And what has he done with them. And we're going to have a general kind of like flow through the account. This might end up being a longer video because I want to give it its due time. So I guess grab yourself a mug of tea, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Okay, so it's worth calling out as well. So Hashimbr on his main account was a high-level player, is a high-level player. Now, was able to finish in Plat regularly when he was pushing Plat, all that type of stuff. So he came to the free-to-play challenge with knowledge. And we all know that helps a ton. It helps a shit ton because you're basically able to kind of like fast forward some of the stuff that other people are trying to learn, trying to kind of, you know, just kind of like, you know, learn along the way. I didn't know this before I clicked here. Interestingly, he's got Supreme El Hain just sitting there from the fusion. And he's like, nah, don't need her. Don't need her yet. I was just curious to see how much he'd done of Great Hoof. Got 40 fragments for Quintus here already. He's getting fragments from the hard Doom Tower secret rooms. Kind of nuts. Okay, let's have a deep dive. So we're on day 159 right now. Arbiter was cracked on day 44 on this account. 44. A month and a half, he's nailed Arbiter to the mast, which is crazy. It's actually really crazy for progression, but it's just crazy in general. The thing that's holding him up right now is Diffuse Razin. Is he actually far along the way with that? Got 2 of the epics, all of these rares to create this epic. Okay, he could do it. He could do it today if he wanted. All of the stuff is there. He could actually go out and make Razin happen. I guess he might have held off because all of these points help towards champion chase events when there's fusions and stuff going on. So he could do this today. He's choosing not to do it and choosing not to continue to progress with those missions. This one's going to blow your mind, by the way. 159 days in. Check out the Great Hall. On my free-to-play, I start at the same time as him. Clearly not playing as intensely as Hashimbr has done here. I am coming close to getting my first level 10. He's got 3 maxed out 10s, pretty much banging on to the 4th, and he's got a bunch of other stuff as well. This is, honestly, this is an insane Great Hall. This is an insane Great Hall. The win rate's a little bit low at 98%. Not really. That's a lot of fights. Like, he's doing a lot of fights. He's very, very active in the game. He did say, like, taking on the free-to-play challenge was a bit of a breath of fresh air for him in terms of, you know, like his love for Raid. He played Raid for, I think it was 3 and a bit years on his main. So, you know, it was basically, he was almost at the point of, like, fatigue. So coming onto this, he's put a lot of time and effort into this account. I wonder if he's got any area bonuses going yet. He's pushed some in Demon Lords. He's pushed some in Clan Boss. And, yeah, he's obviously fighting some live arena. Got himself some upgrades in that as well. Okay. Where should we go next? I guess let's have a quick look at shard count. We've got not tons. Yeah, we've got a few sacred sitting here behind me, 4, and then a couple of voids, a few ancients. So he's pulling shards at the right times to get champions to progress his account. He's not like a hoarder. You know, when we've seen someone like Earbad's account in the past, pure hoarder, hoarding for all of the different things. This guy's not doing that, but he does have still a reasonable amount of resources floating around. Decent amount of chickens. Holy! 46 legendary books sitting there. That's interesting. So, has he booked any of the legendaries? None on this one. We're going to check out the account in a minute. Not fully booked, but fully booked the main skills on Artak. No books into his Ronda, his first one he would have got. Basically, again, fully booked the main skills on Dreng. The main skills on Arb. Yeah, so he's very, very kind of like frugal with what he's doing. He's just kind of deciding which ones he wants to get a skill from. Does have some cool legendaries here, though. And then they're getting booked out. Okay, that's interesting. But 46 sitting there. Obviously a patient dude. Let's have a look at the account. 159 days in, right? How many is this? 9 per row. So he's got 27, 28. Make sure there's none in here as well. Oh, we've got quite a lot of gold. I've got to say that. 28 6-star champions in 159 days. 28. It was 30 in 150 days. What's that? 1 every 5 days. So it's a little bit less than that. Probably about 1 every 5 to 6 days. He's plucking a 6-star champion out the bag. I mean, it's a phenomenal rate. Okay, that is someone who is playing hard all the time, or like active. I've got to say, using all of his active daily resources, all that type of stuff. But damn, let's have a look at the gold then, because I know that's what some people are going to say. Super lucky is all what people are going to say. It's never just luck. It's always a blend of luck and skill or determination with this type of stuff. Rotus, obviously a top tier champion. He must be fully booked because we didn't see him pop up in the book place. Artak, more recent but great champion. War Chief is definitely someone that's carried him, and I'm going to talk through that in a minute. Ronda, yeah. Dreng, good champion. Duchess, top tier. Arbiter, obviously, he's farm. So, free. Everything else, I think, has been pulled. This one would have been a freebie. Freebie here. Yeah, so probably out of the legendaries, he's pulled more than his fair share, but he's got a number of them for free as well. And you can see, like, anyone who's just not interested in, he's just leaving down here as kind of like, yeah, just kind of waiting for a rainy day. Interesting, I talked about the number of 60s, but also look at the kind of number of 50s that would have helped him get to the kind of place he's at in Faction Wars, which I'm going to go through all the teams in a minute. I think he might be moving gear around a bit as well, because I'm finding a lot of champions that are just missing a piece. And there's a few more missing a piece. So I think for the Faction War Challenge, he's been moving gear around to make that happen. That would be my guess. Let's have a quick look at his clan boss team. I know that he 3 or 4 keys clan boss, so it's not like he's going in there with an unkillable or something like that. He's got a team that's running on, I'm guessing here this is a team on a 2-for-1, but maybe it's not actually. Let's have a look at the speeds in a sec. Probably do it in here if he's got in a team setup. So we've got 226 speed deep, 251, 250, 279. My guess, maybe it is a 2-for-1 speed tune, actually. It could be, or if it's not, then there's definitely some champions here running faster than the clan boss. So it might be on someone like a 4-for-3 ratio. But I would guess with these speeds, there could be a 2-for-1 going on here. He's got an ally protector in Nazana. So, you know, we talked about ally protection being such a great skill. Honestly, as long as they're on a 3-turn, it doesn't matter which one it is. There's better ones and there's worse ones, but it shows you use what you've got on a free-to-play account. And Nazana is definitely an example of that. I would not be calling her out as a great clan boss champion, but she does bring decreased attack. She does bring ally protect. And as long as she's got that going on, that's all you need. Like, you just need someone with ally protection if you can't build an unkillable, and you will find your runs just go like through the roof. You will find it for sure. So this is interesting. Farakin's a great champion, bring in buffs, bring in burns and bringing the ally attack. Venomage, I love Venomage for Clan Boss. She's got a great passive to reduce the damage you take. She's doing poisons as well for damage. Rhonda is just a great damage dealer. Yeah, she's just bringing in lots of multiple hits. Plus her passive's bringing extra hits. I use Rhonda in mine. And then Deacon is great for just creating speed tunes. Yeah, and keeping your team moving quickly. Gives you a leech as well so that you're able to heal up. So really interesting team. But it's not, no, for example, it's not better than my team. You don't have to have the best everything to be quality at this game. He's got something that's working for him. He's happy to log in and do 4 hits in a day. So he's like, fine. As long as I get my maximum key, I'm good with it. And sometimes it's probably a 3 key, I would guess. So good job getting it over the line with a very unorthodox team. Yeah, very unorthodox. So love to see it. Love to see that. Not used a Hydra key this week, so can't see that. Okay, let's have a look at dungeons first. So Ice Golem, farming stage 20. Team is using here. Venomage is going to be in this squad. Duchess for just like, we're never going to die. Venomage gives you a decreased attack on the boss. And then you've got Block Revive on the side adds potentially or just straight high damage. Vogoth keeps you alive. Yeah, Vogoth's a brilliant tank. And then Deep doing your drop defense and doing your work. Interesting team. Does he go into hard on Dragon? Yeah, all the way up to hard 9, but it's slower. I would guess with these times, he doesn't run hard, but he might do. It might just be like, you know what? I'll do it because I've only got so much energy. I might as well just run the highest I can in the time it's going to take me. Again, Duchess we're going to see, I think, a lot because she is a hard carry. Yeah, we've got to call that out. She's a hard carry. Noir attacking the team. Venomage with poisons to get the job done. And Burns are really good here against the Dragon as well. And then Ugo as the drop defense champion here. And Finite. Now, one call out here from Hashimbr, and this is really interesting as a call out. So, him and Billups. Billups is someone else who's absolutely smashed it on the free-to-play challenge. I've said here, we agree making Fire Knight our farming priority over Dragon has been the most important reason for the progression in Doom Tower, Hard, and Faction Wars. Interesting, right? And I guess we'll see that in some of the builds in a minute, because I would imagine, in my head, I'm thinking, what's good about Fire Knight? Oh, great, you get your Savage gear. You get your Shield gear, potentially. I actually think he's using Fire Knight more for regen gear, because regen gear is super quality for Faction Wars to keep people alive. And Stun Set is super good for anyone who's doing AoEs to help you control enemies in Faction Wars. So I actually think that's the angle, rather than just, I want to build nukers, yeah, with Savage. So very interesting, but he's prioritized Fire Knight over Dragon. Another, let me just see what team he's running here, just to finish this off. I mean, yeah, it's a top tier team. Like Arbiter, I wonder what this has progressed from, because Deacon was his starter hero, great champion, always going to help you progress. Arbiter with the extra hits. Stimfoss, great turn meter controller. Loads of hits coming in from Rhonda. But look at this. He doesn't think, oh, I need to progress further, further, further. He took it to 20, and then he's just stayed there because he's happy with where he's at to get the gear that he needs. Very cool. Has he pushed anywhere here? No, done the same as me. Stage 5. Okay. Has he bothered here at all? No, same as me. Okay, interesting. I'm just curious of these things. Like, is he doing stuff which I wouldn't do? But actually, generally just doing similar stuff to me, just better and more actively. So, very cool. And obviously, he's got good champions to back that up. Now, second thing he says here on his little kind of tips, I did not open the gem mine. Instead, I've used my gems to place in, to try to place in gem or energy slots in tourneys. Yeah, so where there's been gem rewards, certainly over here, it'd be picking it up. If there's gem rewards over here, he's trying to use his gems to recoup gems rather than use his gems to buy out the gem mine. Again, very interesting tactic. I think at this moment in time, I unlock the gem mine early I would say I've now got the upper hand on him. Probably to this point, he's had the upper hand on me. But I'd say my early gem mine starts paying me back about now, day 160, whereas his tactic has given him the advantage up until now. If we played for another full year, my gem situation would just be better. But because he didn't do it like I did early, it means he's kind of like fast-tracked a load of stuff that was slower for me. So it's kind of that, how long do you think you're going to play this type of game for? And the more, this is the first free-to-play where it's like I've had this real realization that the gem mine probably isn't for most people. It's probably not. Using your gems for stuff is probably better than the gem mine for like 95% of the player base that don't have that real super long-term view of a game. And that is the most players. So that's really interesting here. So he says here, where I didn't need gems to do it, I would deliberately try to finish in a position that gives the resources I want. Sometimes it would be a book, so I might push for that. If not, I'd try and fall down outside of this and grab gems. Very interesting. So tactical tournaments. He said here, I probably spent around 3,500 gems on ancient shards. Not sure if I'd recommend that, but the food was important. And obviously it gives you a reason why the roster's so stacked. And I know that I did a shard pull for Hashimbr on his free-to-play when there was a 2x Ancients running, because I got the messages here, and he had like 70 Ancients for that. So it obviously stacked up to pull shards at the right time, rather than just doing the kind of YOLO mentality that some of us have done on this free-to-play challenge. I'm just going to carry on with the extra couple of tips he said here, because they're really good. So, Guardian gear. Guardian gear is extremely important for faction wars. In a similar way to regen, Guardian set is insane because it's another heal set. Yeah, so it's not only is it protecting people in your team, it's a heal set, and you're healing every turn that you take. So he's basically said here, this is a tip I picked up from Wix's brilliant free-to-play series. I've called out Wix in the past, someone I've had on the channel actually. He's got a great kind of like day by day, or you know, whenever he does his videos, but a great kind of track through this free-to-play series as well. Especially crucial against ignored defense boss. Wonder why that is. Why is it crucial against the ignored defense boss? I guess because you're sharing the damage. So the ignored defense boss comes in and slaps you with a massive old hit in Faction Wars. In this sense, you're not going to be two-shot, which you generally are always two-shot unless someone's wearing shield set or something. In this case, you're not being two-shot. You're actually spreading the damage throughout your team, and therefore you've got time to heal up. You've got time to get back in the game. Interesting. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's take a look at Faction Wars then, because this is super impressive. Lydia waiting to be collected. Day 160, and obviously they're all done. I'm going to go through the teams that he used here, because you're probably thinking, oh yeah, he's got all those 6 stars. No, like the teams that he used are kind of nuts. Yeah, so team 1 against High Elves. Arbiter kind of hard carries Faction Wars for High Elves, honestly. Apothecary, speed and heals. Arbiter, turn meter control, and bit of healing, and revives. Revives is a big one there. Raw Guard is basically all of the damage. These runs took 26 minutes. He's like that. I don't care how long they take. I just want to do it. And then Exemplars twice. Exemplars twice. Probably one of the champions I call out as one of the worst Void epics in the game. Why? Because of the guaranteed freeze? I don't even get it. I don't even get why. What a crazy, crazy pick. Hard to keep alive. I don't even get it. I don't. It must be for that guaranteed or very high chance to freeze when she's still a level 40. Because that's all we're doing here. We're taking in champions which are low level. I guess the other thing which could have happened here is you get the boss to very low health. You bide your time, revive the 2 dead people. I think these might have just been dead. Revive the 2 dead people and then kill the boss. I think that might be the way this went. I think these champions could have literally been anyone. Like anyone in the game. But Exemplar at least does give freezes for the waves. But yeah, super cautious with it and just revived them right at the end. Damn, that's actually kind of crazy. Demon Spawn then. Again, we got a food champion in here. This one, Duchess is a hard carry for. Stimfoss is brilliant at turn meter controlling. And you've got 2 people doing AoEs. So Padma and Nazana 100% would have been in stun sets. Yeah, or certainly Nazana would have been at this point. I'm sure of that. But basically what you're doing here is just controlling the waves. Right before you kill the boss, you revive your 5th champion, and away you go. 1 level 50 in this one. This is probably going to be one of the higher number of 60s required. But yeah, controlling a stun set and protect the team. Loads of protection, loads of turn meter, and then not really a lot of damage. Most of the damage is actually coming in from Stimfoss and Nazana because of their AoE hits. Let's take a look at Ogrin Tribes here. 12-minute run. So you've got your freebie in Rush. Drockhole doing a bit of protection. Again, like most of the work is being done by the 260s. I guess, I don't know. I would have thought Rush has got to be dying along the way, which means that everybody's got to die along the way for Ugo to revive. So maybe that's the play. Maybe everybody dies and then Ugo revives before you then finish the boss. Again, that's got to be pretty well thought out. The Jailer does a lot of damage for someone who's running at 50, but most of the damage is coming from Ugo and Eurodrim. But look at this, 2 50s and a 40. No worries. We'll see you later. Ogrin Tribes. Excuse me. Undead Horde. Like, these teams are mind-blowing, honestly. So, obviously, this one's a bit easier. Rota's doing a load of work. Crypt King doing a load of work. Horse Mage is a great support at level 50. Seducer. I've called out Seducer a bunch of times on rare videos. He's actually a champion I look for if I'm trying to help someone beat this faction. His 2-turn block debuff against the boss, in particular, is clutch. It's really, really strong. Make sure that goes out before the boss does work. There's no reviver here, so Bodolf is doing a ton of work in healing. And obviously, you've got damage coming in from others. Horse Mage has also got block debuffs as well. He's going to be pairing with Seducer, almost like Chain doing it. But very cool. Okay, let's check out Night Revs. 12-minute run. Yeah, Night Revs is actually quite tough to get the damage away. And I'd imagine you've got AoE here, AoE here, AoE potentially here. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all in stun sets. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I guess you've got to have some form of healing going on. Again, we've got block debuffs here when we need it. Lots of damage from the Walking Tomb Drang. All of the damage, really. 2.7 million. No one else really doing any work. So, crazy teams coming through. Check this one out. This one's a mind blower. Stage 21, Sacred Order. 18 minutes of his life here. Only 1 6-star, which is Deke. You've got Anchorite doing healing and some protection. Canoness, Mordecai, and Armiger. Like, that team should not be allowed to win. It shouldn't. It's crazy. It is a crazy team. Damn. And again, just as much control going on as he can get, I would imagine. Let's have a look at the barbs here. 1 6-star. Only 1 6-star and then 4 level 50s, basically. Yeah, not all ascended. Doesn't care about that. He's got a reviver in there and some healing going on. And then another revive over here. Tashada doing a load of healing. I guess she must be in lifesteal gear. Have a look at Tashada. No, in regen set. It was a regen build. There's tons of healing. What's she doing? Oh, she heals all allies when she revives someone. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. I forgot. I knew that her hit had changed. I couldn't remember what it was. Okay. Tashada are actually coming in pretty clutch here. More healing than Damasa. Harakin doing most of the damage. These teams are super cool. Dark Elves here. 1 2 60s. No, 3 60s. This is probably one of the higher 60 teams. Does have a cold out in there. Does have a lot of healing from a Churaf. Does have revives again from Caden. Yeah, and then he's got the damage and control coming in. 14 minutes for this one. We've got the Lizardman here, another reviver in this team. And, you know, generally just kind of like relying on the work from a Venom Age. Shizo's still coming in the team. Basilisk is the AoE damage dealer, probably in a stun set. I wonder if he's still in the gear that he was using. Could have been moved around. He would have moved the stun sets around. Or more, not got anything. Yeah, you see, a lot of these champions no longer have the gear on them. Because once he's done it, he's kind of moving on. Yeah. But I would imagine Basilisk in a stun set here because of the AoEs and just controlling the waves. Dwarves here, 50, 50, 50, 50. Not even a 6-star. Not even a 6-star. Revives and healing from Melda. Some damage from Filja at level 50. The Butcher's in there. Love to see it. Very, very inventive. And then obviously a lot of healing from Melda and Cornelia to keep the team going. Guardian gear on everybody. I can see that because of the amount of healing that everyone's done. Guardian gear everywhere. And again, that comes back to this boss, which ignores defense. Okay, Skinwalker's here. 45 minutes! 45 minutes. What the hell? What the hell? Nullhorn putting in the work at controlling the enemy waves. The only level 60 is War Chief. I know he's got a note about this. Let me see what this says. War Chief actually played a crucial role in beating... Oh, no, he's talking about in beating Hard Doom Tower. Levels 114 and 119, where my usual control team struggled. The 3-turn provoke and A1 provoke helped me get the right RNG, but it was still miserable. Okay, this is insane. 45 minutes to get this done, but once it's done once, you don't need to do it again. It's absolutely crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Right, let me grab the next one. Okay, so we've then got the Shadowkin 15-minute run. Got all 6 stars here. So this one obviously found more difficult. He's leveled 2 rares, Marauder and Adachi. No, 3 rares and Life Taker to get this one done. Guru and Geary doing some healing. Everybody in Guardian or Regen set again. To the amount of healing they're doing. Tatsu's pretty clutch here. What is going on with Adachi? Provoke, Shieldage, block debuffs again. Great ability for Faction Wars. Life Taker here. Decreased speed for the boss and some fail. But honestly, not a good champion. I guess the decreased speed can be helpful. But that's not a great champion there. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Marauder. Stun. AoE decrease attack. And chance of placing a provoke. Again, look, see this in the Guardian gear. With full masteries as well. So he obviously had to put a lot of work to get that one finished. Because, you know, most of the teams here have not had that much resources pumped into them. Bannerlord here. 22 minutes 40. 50, 50, 50, 50. And then Rhonda doing all the damage from Rhonda. Got the Reviver here again with some protection and healing. You can just kind of see the themes that he's tried to pick out for each of these different roles. Shoot here for our drop defense. Ended up bringing Artak in to finish the Orcs. The Reviver. Shaman does get some work. Turn me to control with Blood Feather. Torture Helm. Just doing Torture Helm things. Picking himself up back up. He probably was the target for death. And Artak doing all the damage. So, I mean, crazy achievement in Faction Wars. Like, some of those teams, super good. Utilizing knowledge of how to keep people alive. Bringing in the revivers when he needed them. Generally, at least one person doing the damage. Everybody else is just like control and stay alive. Very, very cool. Let's take a look at the Doom Tower then, because all 3 rotations beaten on hard Doom Tower. Yeah, let's see what teams he's had to use for these. So final boss for rotation 1, which is the Spider. Walking Tomb Drain, super clutch for this. Like, incredibly good. Bodroff keeping people alive. Duchess keeping people alive. We might see quite a few of similar type of things going on. Never Spider. Again, Dreng coming in with... Interesting, this one, actually. I would have thought Dreng would be a liability here because of his AoE damage, unless he's literally just blowing up the spiderlings. Or unless he's not even using that ability here, potentially, but makes no sense to me. I see what might be happening. We might be going stun with Lady Annabelle, and then AoE hit if we get the stuns off with Dreng, maybe. It took 39 minutes, so it definitely wasn't plain sailing. But this is a weird team, honestly. I don't really get this team. It's very odd. Very odd to me. The Scarab boss went for the 3-man, so probably just ended up having Rotus in probably has got a shield item. But does he have blood shield anywhere? No, he doesn't. Okay, I don't know. I mean, Rotus can just take out the shield element of the boss, so he can decrease the max HP, remove that shield. It was a 25-minute run again, though. So he must have been generating shields somehow. Maybe it's Duchess. Duchess's A1 is putting the shield on Rotus. Interesting. Interesting, right. Weird. Magma Dragon here. War Chief, super clutch for Magma Dragon makes it quite easy because he's just got such a good provoke. Then you're just bringing your damage. Let's check rotation 2. We've got the Griffin here. Again, Rotus is super good for this. Bring in the burns. 7-minute run. Magma Dragon, again, similar thing for that rotation. Never Spider, the same squad. Is it? No, it's a different squad, actually. 30 minutes, this one. This guy loves the long run. Rotus makes a bit more sense to me here. It's like throwing out the big hits on the boss. And then we got the final boss for this one, which is... What is this? The Eternal Dragon. Must have a decreased attack going on here. Is this the decreased attack with the Crypt King? Otherwise, this boss hits really hard. Yeah, A1 decreased attack is where it's at for this boss, because it just reduces the damage that's coming at you. And then I guess he was just doing AoE damage or taking down the side ads. But again, 11-minute run. And then rotation 3, which most people find most difficult. So beating Dark Fae. He's got Allure. She is 6-star. This is a good team. Deke, Skimfos for loads of turn meter control. Allure as well. Barakin bringing in Allure's A1 with his ally attack. And then if people were dropping and stuff, Arbiter healing, turn meter, and picking people up. Still a 16-minute run. I'd imagine most of this stuff is manual. Yeah, this is not someone just setting up an auto team. He's choosing skills as he needs it. The Dreadhorn here. AoE burn. This could be, I think it probably is. I'd imagine some of these die along the way. Possibly. I'd imagine wave kill or like just fodder. Wave kill but dies. Probably the same here. I don't know, actually, because Vogoth is someone that's in there to keep people alive. So this could have gone one of two ways. Either Lady Annabelle is soloing this boss, which is quite quick for that to be the case, or he's using Vogoth's heals and he's doing damage to the boss. You can see, though, no, it must be. Lady Annabelle solos this boss. Look at the damage she's done here. She's done a ton. So this is wave kill, then Lady Annabelle does the work to get the boss down for the Dreadhorn. You then got Scarab boss. Again, yeah, so the 2-man now. So Duchess is shielding Rotus with her A1, which is quite a cool tactic, actually. 20 minutes. And then the final one here for the Griffin. Honestly, it's quite a high-level team. Quite a high-level team. But, damn, still incredibly insane to have beaten the game and all of these things that I've shown you in the space of 160 days. Incredibly crazy. So I guess I'll just end by some of the call-outs. Didn't unlock the gem mine. Use gems to earn gems. Use gems to progress the account. Used his books sparingly, especially legendary ones. He's got loads of legendary books, plus plenty of legendaries that are not yet booked. He booked the skills that he wanted and then left other skills unbooked. Yeah. Utilize the same gear on multiple different champions rather than kept one set for one champion. And that's how he's beaten Faction Wars. He's moved his gear to the next squad. moved his gear to the next squad. He's utilised sets which heal and protect the team. Regen set a lot, stun set a lot, and Guardian set a lot to beat Faction Wars especially, and Doom Tower hard. He's used a lot of control in his team. So whether it's provokes, whether it's stun sets, he's beaten waves of enemies on hard Doom Tower and Faction Wars with a lot of control. And then generally just one person in there for damage. Yeah, which is super important as well. He's pulled shards at times, which give him the best chance to get good champions, which, you know, he's had that patience to do that. And I guess he's worked super hard on his Great Hall to just build his stats, which make doing all of these things a bit easier. Yeah, it really does. But anyway, look, Hashimbr, absolutely mind-blowing account. Crazy to have smacked all the way through Lydia at day 159 and get Arbiter and do Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and all of hard Doom Tower. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for letting me show off the accounts. There you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. This may be the best free-to-player ever. I'll see you later.